Asperger syndrome. Alternative treatments and facts related to ADHD, autism, and schizophrenia. Written by David Kelvins. Narrated by Wes Grant. Chapter 1. Raising a child with Asperger syndrome. It takes patience, consistency, and at times a unique dog to raise a child with Asperger's. This is the story of one particular parent who raised someone with Asperger syndrome. I started seeing something was very different about my son, George, when he was about 2 years of age. He didn't make good eye contact. Noise bothered him. He had trouble with some of his motor skills, such as using a spoon. He was also having a bumpy ride at daycare. He'd weep when I dropped him off. He could not connect with other kids. He would get bothered if toys got out of order. And he clapped a lot, more than typical. When I look back at pictures of him at that age, he looked really sad, actually serious. My spouse and I thought that was just the way he was, that he would grow out of these habits. But he didn't. The behaviors worsened. Diagnosing Asperger syndrome. Finally, in January 2005, when he was going to turn 3, his preschool instructors told us they were concerned about his lack of sociability and obsessive propensities. Our pediatrician reviewed the preschool's notes and said that just one symptom is not unusual, but several point to something more serious. Then she discussed Asperger syndrome. I had no clue what that was. Still, after a pediatrician who focuses on growth problems assessed George, the analysis was confirmed. Asperger's resembles autism with some differences. Autistic kids typically have postponed speech, for example, while the speech of kids with Asperger's tends to develop usually. However, children with Asperger's have a tough time with expressive language, and also with empathy and reading social cues. Asperger's and OCD. Many children with Asperger's also develop obsessive interests. That clarifies why George started focusing on garbage at an early age. He knows more about it than most people who work for trash companies. Asperger sometimes has other parts of obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD, also. George feels a need to shut doors and push in chairs. He gets very upset when his routine changes. Plus, he has anxiety and anger management problems. That is why he claps.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?